Day three of the 2023 NFL Draft. What a fourth round the Seahawks have had, taking Anthony Bradford 108 overall, Cameron Young 123 overall. Starting with Anthony Bradford, this is a player that I would have been happy for them to take at 83. I gave him a high third round grade. Incredibly explosive. He has a 3.17 TEF score and an unbelievable 105.2 weighted TEF score. It means that he's one of the most explosive offensive linemen in the league. To do all of that at 333 pounds is incredible. He also ran a 5.0840 at that size, which is probably even better than the explosive testing. So he's got amazing trace. I thought he looked fantastic during the workouts at the combine as well. When you throw on the tape, he's exactly what you'd expect from an LSU offensive lineman. He reminds me a lot of Damian Lewis. I thought he was a high third round grade in this draft. So to get him at 108 is fantastic. I think he could easily come in and start very quickly for you this year. If nothing else, he's going to provide great depth and competition. Both of the two guards are out of contract next year. This guy could be started next year if he's not starting this year. But he's going to compete. He's going to get in there and probably have a go at Phil Haynes here. See if he can get that right guard job. So I think it's a fantastic pick for the Seahawks. Great value. And just somebody who was very high on my list of candidates for Seattle to draft. As was Cameron Young in round 4. I also had a third round grade on him. I think he is better than a lot of the defensive tackles that have already gone, or has got the potential to be better. I had Anthony Bradford rated higher than Osiris Torrance, who went in round 2. And with Cameron Young, I had him rated higher than some of these other defensive tackles. For me, he was fantastic at the Senior Bowl. I thought it was superb. I thought his 1v1 reps, his stuff in the game, in the scrimmages was really, really good. I didn't understand why he wasn't getting more attention. It did remind me a little bit of Abraham Lucas last year as to someone who performs very, very well and just doesn't get enough attention. He's got 35-inch arms. He's got great size. He can play across the line. You can play him at nose tackle. You can play him at one technique. I even think he could do a bit of 3. He can get your hands on you. He can win the leverage battle with his length and his size. He's got that power to barge through a block and get into the backfield and be disruptive. He can anchor down. I just think this is a great pick. If people were stressing and complaining about the fact the Seahawks hadn't taken a defensive tackle earlier in the draft, when you can get someone like Cameron Young in round 4, I think that's completely justified. I think this is a fantastic pick, home run pick for Anthony Bradford. I said yesterday that needing to get someone like Abraham Lucas is what you do to get an A+ grade, and I thought the first 2 rounds were merely an A. But I think with these 2 picks, they're getting closer to that A+ grade. Now, they've still got a bit of work to do. They've got 2 picks in round 5, pick in round 6, and a pick in round 7. But 2 big thumbs up for this round 4 haul. It's fantastic. They're taking a couple of blog favourites to start the day, which I always like. Good job by the Seahawks. Anthony Bradford, Cameron Young, 2 fantastic picks.